My friends, if you are receiving Social Security, SSI, or SSDI right now, I need you to stop whatever you are doing and watch every single second of this video, because what I'm about to share with you today could literally put more money in your pocket starting this very month. I'm talking about real dollar increases, real payment schedule changes, and some hidden credits and adjustments that the Social Security Administration has quietly put in place that most seniors have absolutely no idea about. And here is the thing. Nobody is sitting you down and explaining this to you. The government sends you a notice in the mail with tiny print and government language that would confuse even a lawyer. So today, right here, I am going to be that trusted friend who breaks it all down for you in plain English over a cup of coffee so that you walk away knowing exactly what you're owed, exactly when it's coming, and exactly what steps you can take to make sure you're getting every single dollar you deserve, because you worked hard your whole life for these benefits. You paid into the system for decades. This money belongs to you, and together, we're going to make sure you keep every cent of it. Now, let's get right into it. The big news that everyone in the Social Security community is talking about right now is the confirmed payment increases that took effect in January 2026 as a result of the 2026 Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA. The Social Security Administration announced a 2.5% COLA increase for 2026. And if you've been watching this channel for a while, you already know that COLA is the annual adjustment that's supposed to protect your buying power against inflation. And while 2.5% might not sound like a number that's going to change your life, when you do the actual math, the dollars add up in a way that matters to real people living on fixed incomes. Let me give you some real numbers to put this in perspective. Before the 2026 COLA adjustment, the average retired worker receiving Social Security retirement benefits was getting around $1,127 per month. After the 2.5% increase, that same average beneficiary is now receiving approximately $1,276 per month. That's roughly an extra $49 a month, or nearly $588 over the course of a full year. Now, I know some of you are saying that barely covers a tank of gas. And I hear you. I completely understand that frustration. But here's what I want you to focus on. That extra money is yours. And there may be even more adjustments and credits on top of that basic increase that you're not yet aware of. For those of you receiving SSI, which is Supplemental Security Income, and that's the program designed for seniors and disabled individuals with very limited income and resources, the federal maximum SSI payment for an individual in 2026 is now $967 per month. For a couple where both partners qualify for SSI, that combined maximum is $1,450 per month. These are the federal base amounts, and depending on the state you live in, you may actually be entitled to a state supplement on top of that federal amount. States like California, New York, New Jersey, and several others add their own supplemental payments on top of what the federal government provides. If you've never looked into whether your state offers an SSI supplement, I want you to make that one phone call to your local Social Security office or your state's Department of Social Services, because that extra money could be sitting there waiting for you. For my friends who are on SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance, the average monthly payment after the 2026 COLA increase is now approximately $1,980 per month for a disabled worker. And if you have qualifying dependents, such as a spouse or children under 18, there may be additional family benefit payments that get added on top of your own benefit. Many people on SSDI don't realize that their family members may qualify for benefits based on their earnings record. And that is money that often goes unclaimed simply because nobody told them. Now let's talk about the April 2026 payment schedule, because I know a lot of you watching this are wondering exactly when your check is coming. The Social Security Administration pays benefits based on your birthday, and I want to walk you through exactly how this works so there are no surprises. If your birthday falls on the 1st through the 10th of any month, your April 2026 payment was deposited on Wednesday, April 8th. If your birthday falls on the 11th through the 20th of the month, your payment came on Wednesday, April 16th. And if your birthday falls on the 21st through the 31st of the month, your payment is scheduled for Wednesday, April 23rd. Now, if you are receiving SSI, those payments follow a different schedule entirely. SSI payments are typically deposited on the 1st of each month. Because April 1st fell on a Wednesday this year, SSI recipients received their April payment on that date. And for those of you who receive both SSI and Social Security Retirement or SSDI benefits at the same time, you receive two separate payments on two different dates. So please do not be alarmed if you see deposits arriving at different times in the same month. Now, I want to spend a few minutes talking about something that affects a significant number of you watching right now, and that is the issue of Medicare Part B premium deductions. You see, when your Social Security benefit goes up because of COLA, Medicare has the right to increase Part B premiums at the same time, which can eat into your raise before you even see it. For 2026, the standard Medicare Part B premium increased to $185 per month, up from $174.70 in 2025. That's an increase of $10.30 per month being deducted from your Social Security payment. So when you do the math on your net COLA increase, you need to factor in that Medicare deduction. For the average retiree receiving that roughly $49 per month raise, the $10.30 Part B increase takes a real bite out of it. The good news is that there is something called the hold harmless provision in Social Security law, which says that your net Social Security benefit after the Medicare deduction cannot go down from one year to the next. So even if Part B premiums had gone up more dramatically, your take-home Social Security amount would have been protected. That is a safeguard that was put in place specifically to protect seniors, and it's one worth knowing about. Now, let me tell you about something that many retirees and disability recipients don't know is available to them, and that is the Medicare Savings Programs and extra help with prescription drug costs. If your income is at or near the SSI level, you may qualify for programs that pay your Medicare Part B premium for you, which means instead of having $185 taken out of your Social Security each month, that amount would be covered by your state's Medicaid program. That is $185 per month or $2,220 per year that could stay in your pocket. The income limits for these programs are higher than most people assume, so even if you think you earn too much to qualify, I encourage you to check. You can call your State Health Insurance Assistance Program, known as SHIP, for a free consultation, and they will tell you exactly what you qualify for at no cost to you. For my veterans watching today, I want to make sure you know that VA disability compensation also received an adjustment in line with the 2026 COLA rate of 2.5%. VA disability payments are entirely separate from Social Security, and receiving one does not reduce the other. A veteran with a 100% disability rating from the VA is now receiving approximately $3,737.85 per month in VA compensation, and that money is completely tax-free. If you are a veteran who is also receiving Social Security Retirement Benefits, or SSDI, you may be receiving both simultaneously, and both receive that 2.5% increase. If you haven't had a VA disability rating review in several years and your condition has worsened, you may be eligible for an increased rating, which would mean a higher monthly payment going forward. The VA has been expanding access to benefits reviews, and I always encourage veterans to stay connected with their regional VA office or a veteran service organization like the American Legion, VFW, or DAV, who can help you navigate the process for free. Now, I want to take a moment to talk about Social Security taxation, because this is something that comes as a genuine shock to a lot of seniors, and it absolutely should not catch you off guard at tax time. Up to 85% of your Social Security benefits can be subject to federal income tax if your combined income, which the IRS defines as your adjusted gross income plus non-taxable interest plus half of your Social Security benefits, exceeds certain thresholds. For single filers, that threshold starts at $25,000 per year. For married couples filing jointly, it starts at $32,000. Here is the thing that frustrates a lot of seniors. Those thresholds have not been adjusted for inflation in decades. They were set back in the 1980s and have never been changed, which means more and more seniors are crossing those lines every single year simply because their COLA increases push their income slightly higher. If you are getting close to those thresholds, it may be worth having a conversation with a tax professional about strategies to manage your taxable income. Things like timing of IRA withdrawals, charitable giving through qualified charitable distributions, or other approaches that can help reduce the portion of your Social Security that gets taxed. One more thing I want to address before we wrap up, and that is the subject of overpayment notices. The SSA has been sending out notices to a number of beneficiaries informing them of overpayment overpayments, situations where the agency says they paid you more than you were entitled to and are now seeking to recoup that money. If you receive one of these notices, please do not panic and please do not ignore it. You have the right to appeal the overpayment determination, and in many cases, the SSA will work with you on a repayment plan or even waive the overpayment entirely if it was not your fault, and repayment would cause you financial hardship. The key is to respond within 60 days of receiving the notice and to request a waiver if you genuinely cannot afford to repay. Many seniors who simply throw these notices aside or feel too intimidated to respond end up having money withheld from their monthly checks when a simple phone call or written request might have resolved the situation entirely. My friends, I want you to leave this video today feeling informed, feeling empowered, and feeling like you have a friend in your corner who is going to keep watching out for you. You earn these benefits. Every year you went to work, every paycheck you received with those Social Security taxes deducted, that was your investment in your own future. Now it is time to collect every dollar of that return. Check your My Social Security account online at ssa.gov if you haven't already, because that account will show you your exact payment amounts, your payment history, and any notices the SSA has sent you. If you don't have an account set up and need help, your local Social Security office or your nearest senior center can walk you through it. Please share this video with someone you care about, a spouse, a sibling, a neighbor, a friend from church, because there is someone in your life right now who needs to hear this information and has no idea these updates have happened. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will be right back here with you the moment there is a new update that affects your check. Until then, you take good care of yourself. You deserve it.